Um, yeah, I'm here on behalf of the defendant Jamil Lockhart, and you're making a special appearance.
All right. Well, you got to make your special appearance to the Wayne County Jail. I told you that.
Guys, fasten your seatbelts because we're about to enter Maricopa County, where reality and satire collide. Suddenly, self-styled heroes on a mission no one asked for take over the county assessor's office. Lon Call, who has reportedly positioned herself as the new sheriff, is prominent. Both the confidence and the absence of real authority are unparalleled. You get the impression that this won't be a legal gathering before the scenario even begins to breathe. It will be a comedy with a misdirected goal.
So, I filed a notice of removal for all of these cases because I don't believe that this court is capable of acting in an unbiased way. But I mean, there's been no response from the city, up to this point. I mean, just the last court date we had, perjury was committed. I mean, you guys put on the record that I failed to appear.
The opening number of an amateur political musical is how Lan's announcement sounds. Standing upright, she speaks as if the line of command in the county might be changed by her words alone. It is an incredibly self-important declaration. However, only the audience in her mind is responding. In the meantime, it's very evident from the host's sarcastic tone. There is no law governing what is taking place here. It's a theatrical performance.
Spoke to you.
You did fail to show up to the Wayne County Jail. You were ordered to do 30 days in the Wayne County Jail. You haven't showed up. You still haven't showed up. So you're still disobeying. Let's not do this. This is how it started the last time. You're still disobeying the court's order, and you have to do 30 days. You have to present yourself to the Wayne County Jail. You have a warrant out for your arrest, and before we go over this other stuff, you got to go. You have to go to the Wayne County Jail. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So
I said what
I can increase the time if you can take to not be compliant.
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting the proceedings. May I have a breakout room with this litigant, please, and thank you.
I don't know if he wants to speak to a lawyer, but he can. He has that right to do so. You want to speak to the lawyer, Mr. Lockhart, or no?
There's a break for My Heritage sponsor plug before the mayhem can even get going. Yes, commercial breaks are a part of even revolutions. It's the ideal beat for comedy. The official was made fun of in the middle, and then genealogy services were abruptly offered. The host takes full advantage of the ridiculous contrast, reminding us that in this world, drama and advertising always coexist.
Miss Harris, what's going to go with Mr. Lockhart? So I don't know why he's still sitting here.
Well, Your Honor, if the court will allow, we would like to attempt resolution of the matters that are on the docket. So I would ask if the court could stay the contempt proceedings and allow him to handle these matters.
No. It's been well over a year. No. He's gonna have to go turn himself in, and we'll deal with it that way.
Your Honor, if the court could, just in the interest of justice and judicial economy, if he could resolve these matters, if he's still going to have to do the 30 days in Wayne County Jail, if at time of sentencing, it could all be wrapped up together just to not further delay his constitutional rights to speedy trial?
He's delayed his rights. He's delayed his rights to a speedy trial.
And I do have a resolution, Your Honor.
No. I'm not even going to entertain it. That ship has sailed. We tried to give him that opportunity a long time ago. He kept being contemptuous in the court. He comes with these far out legal theories that he has that I quite frankly, don't know where he's coming from on that. No, I'm not gonna even entertain it.
And Your Honor, I completely understand the court's position. I completely understand if he still has to do the 30 days Wayne County Jail, but I think that he was potentially misguided, did not understand the finer points of the law, court rules, and courtroom behavior and procedure. So now that he has the assistance of counsel, which I'm not saying that he didn't have the assistance of counsel before, if the court would allow him.
We offered him counsel then. He denied the counsel. Go back and look at the video. It's got over 270-something thousand. And I told him that 30 days will give him an opportunity to read up on the law, and so he can make it and understand how this process goes. So go ahead to the Wayne County Jail. You can take some. They probably have some legal books there, and we'll hear these matters when you come out. So.
Your Honor, is any of this on the record or no? Or did we not? Okay.
No, it's not on the record because I didn't call the cases. I'm going to continue on. That appears to be Charles Gard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your Honor, am I allowed to go back in the breakout room to explain that to Mr. Lockhart? Because he seems to have had a change of heart if the court would allow him to at least.
Maybe he can go turn himself in, and you can file an appeal. File something to get him heard before the court, and they can zoom in from the Wayne County Jail, and we'll resolve it that way. But until he turns himself in, he's got a warrant out for his arrest. He's had this warrant out for I don't know how long. I can look back into the record, but and he's never presented himself. So. He was contemptuous then. He continues to not follow or obey the court's orders. So he has to go through the time, or hire himself a lawyer to get it back in front of the court. But until we get the first matter resolved that we had, we're not going to get into the other matters.
The contempt proceedings arise out of his appearance in court. So he's still not allowed to just resolve these before he commits himself to the Wayne County Jail?
No.
The parade.
The parade begins. Ken's and Karen strut in with the swagger of movie stars on premiere night, completely unaware of how absurd they appear. Land marches with a red carpet-worthy flair, clutching a script that lives only in her imagination. Their mission: to serve notice. Their qualifications: absolutely none. The host tears into them without mercy, narrating the scene like it's straight out of a parody. Only these actors are convinced they're starring in a serious documentary.
Okay, Mr. Lockhart, join the breakout room.
And that'll conclude it. I still see Mr. Lockhart here. I don't know what else to do. What else you can do for him, Mrs. Harris?
So, Your Honor,
She continues to disobey the court order. Just continues to do so.
And Your Honor, I dare not say. Well, I don't know. I don't think that it's an intentional. Well, I can't
It's
say
not
that.
intentional. Wait a minute.
I don't think. I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take that back. I think he has good intentions. I think he now has a better understanding of everything that has taken place.
I don't think so, because he came in here talking about he's appearing on behalf of the person Jameer Lockhart. So I think he's on the same path as he was that got him into this situation.
Lon begins issuing proclamations, her voice heavy with a false sense of authority. Each sentence sounds like it was pieced together from a legal jargon bingo card. Her crew nods solemnly, as if bearing witness to a historic moment, when really, they're just endorsing nonsense. The host's commentary cuts through the performance, exposing their surreal devotion to an imaginary cause.
And Your Honor, we've had that discussion at length in the breakout room. He understands what it would take to resolve his matters. He understands how he has to represent himself in court. And so I think he's in a position that he wants to resolve these matters. We've had the discussion. We asked for leniency and mercy from the court. I understand if the condition is that he still has to do 30 days in the Wayne County Jail, although we would ask if the court would reconsider that sentence now that he has taken the time to actually listen to advice of counsel and be made fully aware of how he should present himself in court. I know that it's his intention to resolve these matters without any further court appearances or draining any further resources or delaying the process anymore. And I know that the court doesn't want to delay the process any further. I understand his behavior is what put us in this position as of right now, but we're just hoping to resolve today if the court will allow.
I'm not moving. I gave him ample, this is 27 plus, maybe 30 plus minute video. I gave him ample opportunity. You know, and I'm not moving.
I mean, Your Honor, in that video, I did apologize to you for, I guess.
You apologize after you got the 30 days.
Now fully in performance mode, Lon delivers her declarations with the gravitas of a lead in a courtroom drama. Her voice rises, as if sheer volume might magically turn her words into law. But the host, always the voice of reason, reminds us that yelling doesn't make something true. The whole scene feels less like a protest and more like improv night. Only no one brought a script, and everyone forgot it's supposed to make sense.
I apologize after the offense was. I don't know what else I would apologize.
And you still haven't showed up, and it's been over a year, and now you want me to have some sympathy for you and to resolve the matters. I have no sympathy for you at all.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to discuss. We tried to give you a fair opportunity to be heard. You keep spewing these legal theories that I've never heard of before, and I've given you an opportunity at that date to speak with the lawyer. You refuse that. You refuse all the opportunities I've given you. And you came in here another time a couple of months ago, and I told you we weren't going to hear it then. You got to go report to the Wayne County Jail.
Mm-hmm.
So you've had ample opportunity.
You'd have me go to jail.
No, on behalf of Jamil Lockhart, I do understand that, and I know the court he may hear this often, but he does have a family that he supports. It would be a great hardship on his family, his resources, and his sense of economy in terms of his job if he would have to submit himself to 30 days in the Wayne County Jail. Not inclined to choose that.
I didn't just give him the 30 days on the, he should have thought about that when I was asking him. I let him speak when I was asking him to not try to overtalk the court. Let me give him an opportunity to speak. He continued to disobey that. He should have thought about that then. There's a whole lot of people up in the penitentiary that have families that they take care of, and he's not going to the penitentiary. It's just county jail. So I'm just not moved.
Would this court consider amending it in such a way that he could only do weekends to complete his 30 days?
Yeah, but he hasn't even come to done anything. I'm not inclined to do anything for Mr. Jameer Lockhart or the person of Jameer Lockhart or whatever he wants to be called or however he wants to be described himself. Jamil Lockhart.
So yeah, he has the matters that are set on the docket for today. He has presented himself to the court today.
Okay, you want to take? We'll take off the warrant, we'll give him a pre-trial date, and then he can, go do his 30 days. And he can tell the sheriff in there that what his next court date is, and they can, or somebody can rid him out then. City of Detroit versus, Jamil Amir Lockhart, case numbers SP 1247989, counts 1, 2, and 3. State of Michigan. Now the laws just don't apply to him. State of Michigan versus Jamil Amir Lockhart, case number SX3782961. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Jamil Lockhart, sir, could you state the name of the person that you are representing on the record, please, or that you identify, please?
The host jokes that they're basically live streaming their own legal train wreck. The contrast is almost surreal. They think they're making history, but at best, they're generating water cooler gossip. The gap between how they see themselves and what's actually happening has never been more painfully obvious.
Yeah, there is currently a recommendation if the court would allow a plea.
No. He's gonna have to go through the time.
So, sir, as we discussed, I think you would be better suited if you, 1, hire an attorney, 2, go to the Wayne County Jail and submit yourself so that your matters could be resolved. I understand that when you appear in court, there's different attorneys.
He didn't want an attorney. And I guess you have gotten through to him a little bit. He changed it. He came in here, appearing on behalf of the person, Jamir Lockhart. And then when he asked him to state his name, he came and he indicated that he was Jamir Lockhart now. So I don't know what he, like I say.
I mean, if I can speak a little bit here. I don't know, Your Honor, I'm not a criminal. I just want to handle this, get this over with.
I didn't say you were a criminal, sir. I didn't listen.
I know you didn't.
I didn't say you were a criminal. As it stands now, these are allegations. So until there's an adjudication of either guilt or not guilt, that'll determine, whether you're a criminal or not. So I don't know. You got these allegations out here. So I didn't make that comment. You were a criminal.
Right. No, I'm not saying that you did. But I just want to handle this and, put this to rest. At this point, I feel like it's taken up too much of my time, too much of,
Staff members continue working like nothing's happening. An unspoken refusal to fuel the drama. It's almost cinematic, the everyday grind holding steady against a backdrop of absurd theater. The host calls it the calm in the storm, but the storm is mostly just noise. The performance is already buckling under the weight of its own emptiness.
And,
this is what I do every day, sir. I serve the city residents of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan and whoever comes in here. So it doesn't take up my time. This is what we do.
Yeah. So yeah, and continuing, I would just like to, get this over with. Pay whatever fines need to be paid. I would like to have my license back. I can't rent a car when I travel. I would like to be able to do that. So whatever I owe for these civil offenses.
Last year, over a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah, I just want to resolve this. Whatever I owe for those offenses, I'm willing to pay. And it'll be done with this situation. I truthfully don't think it's your, mission to put people in jail that have not harmed anybody or committed any offense against, any actual live human being. I'm only guilty of speaking out of turn, and you know, I should have handled this differently. You know, I can see that now. You know, but yeah, I really just want to get this whole situation rectified, and whatever the charges are that I need to pay, I'm willing to do that. And I'll put this.
Staff members her final working like nothing's happening, wrapping her monologue with the unspoken refusal to fuel the drama. It's changed the world. Cinematic. The reality, everyday grind, nothing holding steady against the backdrop levels of absurd theater. The host delivers one last round of barbed humor, is mostly sealing just the scene noise. As a case study. The performance is already buckling under the weight of its own emptiness.
All right, I'll let them speak. Next pretrial date is September 22nd.
Yeah,
Well,
based on the statements.
That being said, I don't think, based on everything that has happened, our history, the claim in federal court that I have against you, Michigan judicial tenure, complaints that I have against you, I think you have a duty to recuse yourself from any of my cases.
I haven't been privy to any judicial tenure complaint. My first duty is a duty to sit, and I feel that I
put it in your mailbox.
Okay, well, all right. Well, the Judicial Tenure Commission will have to come, and I'll have to respond to them accordingly if they present something to me.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Have a great day, sir. Next court date, 9/22. You're still expected to turn yourself into the Wayne County Jail.
Well, Your Honor, I would ask one final argument. I understand that he may have indicated he did not want an attorney to represent him. Jail time is a very harsh penalty, and I know that the court didn't just immediately come to that decision. I would ask if the court would consider some of the things that were stated on the record in terms of he now has a better understanding. He is remorseful of how things played out. And I would ask if the court would issue a monetary fine for the contempt rather than jail. If the court, please.
And he's got a proceeding in federal court against him. So where is it, where's this,
I'm simply trying to protect.
But again, Your Honor, Mr. Lockhart, on behalf of Mr. Lockhart, stop. What I'm saying, the court has to understand the fact that a lot of these things came into play before today. So if in fact there was something filed, it was before today, before having a better understanding of how the process works, how to conduct oneself in court, and that one is held to the same standards as an attorney. I would ask if the court would consider converting that jail term into a monetary fine.
Not at this point.
Your Honor, I only have a federal claim against you as a means to try to keep myself out of.
The staff members continue working like nothing, but the energy is less an unspoken refusal to fuel the drama. Theater strike down. It's almost cinematic. The hosts closer, the everyday grind, perfectly. Holding steady against no laws changed, no power gained. The host calls it the common sovereign citizen, but the storm is mostly just noise. That's it. The performance is already buckling under the weight of its own emptiness. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.